Good afternoon. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about public speaking and some of my own personal essentials to public speaking. And, to start off with a YouTube video, it should be a model way of how to public speak, but in my opinion, it's something different. Uh, when I do a YouTube video, it's random. It's what I'm thinking at the moment, and so uh, how I um, speak through a video is completely different how I would speak at a public event or when I'm addressing government bodies or would it be anybody, business people. So from that aspect, the way I present myself is different from what I'm about to teach you. So I have a few points that I feel are essential to um, how to present yourself. And there's a lot of students out there who may have an aspiration towards serving the public, being in a government body or um, business people, mentors, people who want to address people. Maybe they want to be a religious leader. Same type of thing. There are certain basics that you need to learn and instill in yourself in order to influence the hearts and the minds of those whom you speak. First and foremost, that comes to my mind is whether you admit it vocally or not. If you don't feel in your heart that what you are thinking or saying is something that you want to express, don't do it. Even if you know that you need to enhance it, you need to learn how to express it. If you don't have the desire to express that to another person, shut this video off right now and go find something else. Go find some fails. Because that's the first and foremost thing. To influence somebody, you need to first feel in your heart that what you have is valuable and can be applied to that person. So that is very important. Uh, and that's number one. Number two is dress the part. There is a benefit to uh, dressing the part when you are going to address somebody. If you are a religious leader, it would benefit you to be dressed up in a suit, tie. It's not it's not always a stigma of you being rich or above somebody else, but it is a testament that you are proper, that you have prepared yourself to look your best in front of people. So that's important. You have to adjust how you dress accordingly to the crowd that you are about to address. Simple as that. Don't go in looking like you had just uh, walked in off the street, or your hair's all frizzed out, or looking like you just really don't want to be there. Because again, you might as well not even try to speak in public. That's number two I have, and I've got some other ones here for you. Um, Preparing for speaking in public is essential. Some people are able to just start talking off the cuff and feel fine with it. And those types of people have a inborn, sometimes sometimes it is hereditary, but oftentimes it's just a plain old gift that they have, that they are able to communicate what they think, what they feel in a persuasive manner, impromptu. Okay. Uh, but for you to practice is vital. I would suggest you go and you find a private place. If you have an attic, fine. If you have a closet, fine. Go to a park. Go out in the country. Do whatever it takes to be alone. After you have written down your thoughts, present it. Draw a circle on a tree if you want, and talk to it. Address it. Oftentimes, this is the modern age. Most of us have webcams. I'm talking to one right now. But you can always record yourself talking and play it back. See, and it's vital for you to critique how you speak, how you critique. For me personally, uh, I am, my brain doesn't quite, isn't quite as fast as other people. So I'm slow, and I often look like I search for my words. But I have gotten better, and I continue to try. But that just goes to illustrate the need to um, record yourself in some fashion. Even if it's just a tape recording, an audio tape, at least you're able to hear what you're saying, and then place yourself in an audience perspective and say, okay, what did I gain from what was just said? So that's very important, is setting the stage for your preparation. Uh, as far as your actual delivery of speech, I have some really big pet peeves from my own experience in my own delivering speeches, but also in hearing them. Okay? And I'm going to get to the most important one at the end. Here's one. Oftentimes, when we prepare a speech, we often feel that there's something greater out there that we want to pull from, that we want to use for our delivery. And so often you will always hear people quoting somebody else in their own speech, their delivery. This is fine, in moderation. Just remember, people have come to hear what you have to say. They don't care about LBJ. They don't care about Abraham Lincoln. They don't care about George Washington. They don't care about Constantine. They want to hear what you have to say. So if you find a quote that you find relevant to what you're saying, you can go ahead and use it, because it's a factual asset. It is something that is verifying what you have to say. But don't make their words your speech. It is my belief that if you're going to quote somebody, do not quote any more than maybe 2 sentences of what they say. If you feel that there's more material that you need to use that they have, you quote them 2 sentences. The rest of it put into your own words. And that is vital, because remember what I said. People have come to hear what you have to say. So fine. If you want to talk a little bit about the Gettysburg Address, fine. You say your 2 sentences, and then put the rest of the body of the Gettysburg Address in a manner that you would present it. In a manner using your words. Because that is what your audience is wanting to hear. They're wanting to hear what you are saying. Why are you bringing up the Gettysburg Address? And so do that. Uh, Eye contact. When you're addressing someone, again, they have come to hear you. Look at them in the eye. And if you're in a crowd of 400 people, don't just look at one person, but you need to be looking at each direction. Maybe not behind you, but in the audience direction. Make a focus on people out there. They respond to that. And it's important. It means that not only are they there to hear you, but that you care about what you are delivering to them. Uh, the first few sentences of your delivery should all be in presenting a what you're going to what the body of your speech is going to be about. What is your aim, your direction? And so don't forget that at the end, to tie it off, round all those thoughts back together into a final thought that supports your introduction. And that is important because you'll sit in a lot of speeches where at the end it just cuts it off and it's like, okay, and this means what? Which leads me into another thing. Apply. Make your speech useful. Always, 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 when you present a fact, when you present an idea, tell the people how this can apply to their lives, apply to their everyday situation. That is important because at the end of your speech, it helps to ensure that it doesn't go in one ear and out the other. Because if you continually reflect on how this can improve on their situation, their life, then you have a better chance of them reflecting on it later and remembering it and saying, I remember that. He's actually right. And this brings me to my final idea as far as your presentations, public speaking. Have some passion about what you speak. And this is so important. No one is going to listen to you if you're just standing up there reading your talk, whatever, or reading a quotation, whatever. They don't care, and they won't care because they know that you don't care. But if you research your topic and you apply it to your own life, and you gain that inborn testament, that idea that, hey, this is important. What I have is very important. If you're talking about a pencil, then gosh darn it, you better gain a little bit of passion about that pencil. You need to say, hey, this pencil, you have to have a number 2 pencil. Number 2 pencil is the only pencil that you need to mark your answers on your SATs. Corny, yeah, I know. But have a little bit of passion. Because, believe it or not, it is the passion that you express in your tone that will be the vehicle to deliver that message to the hearts and minds of the audience. Those are a few ideas I have on public speaking. Those are some of the essentials from years of practice on both sides of the pulpit. And so I have a long ways to go, but I'm hoping that these are a few ideas that can help somebody else out there in their race to express themselves or to come out of their shell a little bit. So please take this, share it if you want, delete it, I don't care, but it comes from my heart because I know it is important, because we have a whole generation out there of a royal people.